Uh, Hi everyone. Today we are gonna uh, talk about ethical business plans on safe marketing. Uh, Safe marketing, where our safe marketing long-term vision is gonna be about basically keeping the privacy and security of the buyers and sellers, and our main focus is gonna be all about privacy-focused online market platform where people can buy and sell anonymously. And we come up with this idea because a lot of other existing platform asks for more of users information, and which can lead up to privacy issues. And and our main goal is to we have a few main goals in this, where we want to build a platform that people can actually trust and use, and we want to find a balance between anonymous and accessibility between the users, and which honestly is the most hard part. What I think like is on top of that, even our aim is to reduce the scam by using verification system and user like bots and AI modifications, and overall just improve users improving for to gain users trust and their satisfaction. And our mission is gonna be um, direct in this. It's pretty simple to create a security uh, security and easy easy accessible for everyone. And even you can add the for because security comes first, and where users can interact without even revealing their identity, which is the main thing and our main goal. And we are guided a few more core values: protecting users' data, protect by which they don't have any harm in the future, preventing harmful and illegal activities, and by which like activating their account without their information, and like illegally, which could be our main preference in this. And when the key question and the questions that might bring up is a big question, where I think like are we are trying to answer all of them. The main questions were, how do you protect privacy while preventing like missions? And how do people trust each other if they are anonymous? And how do they make sure everything stays safe? We have made up answers for all of this in the safe marketing by maintaining the trust and keeping crystal clear between everything would make anonymous more trustable than the person who has all your information, by which the overall safe market is about combining a privacy, safety, and ethnic into one platform. And this is our main idea for this presentation.
Hi everyone. I'm going to be the second speaker for this, and I'm going to be presenting the first OKR of the three that we'll be talking about. And so, for the first OKR, we're going to be focusing on the first OKR focuses on safety and moderation. And so, since in our platform users are going to be anonymous, there's going to be a much higher risk of scams, misleading listings, and also illegal activity. So, our goal is to basically ensure that most of the listings are safe and ethical while also protecting user privacy. We're going to measure this by removing at least 95% of harmful listings, and also responding to 90% of the reports that are being made within the 24 hours. And also by trying to keep the fraud rates below 2%. And so, what we're going to do, we're going to evaluate it as the following. We're going to test moderation accuracy, so track response times, and also monitor fraud rates. We're also going to use surveys to measure how safe our users feel on the platform. And so, with all this, a major ethical issue that can occur is that anonymity can also be abused. And so, this will also create a conflict between privacy and accountability. And so, an example of this that possibly happened, not possibly, but did occur, was the Silk Road case, where anonymity allowed a illegal activity to occur without like the proper oversight. And so, people tend to take advantage of that. And so, to reduce these risks, we're going to implement safeguards such as identity verification, AI based moderation, and user reporting systems. We're also going to include transparency features, which explain why listings are removed. And so, these safeguards will help us um, balance privacy and accountability while also maintaining our platform safe.
Hi guys, my name is Said Mobin Sajadi, and now I'm going to be talking about our second OKR, which focuses on user experience. The goal of this OKR is to improve user satisfaction and make sure users feel safe and comfortable when using the platform. Our key results include reaching a satisfaction score of at least 8 out of 10 and maintaining a user retention rate of at least 85%. We also aim to make the platform easy to use and accessible for all types of users. To measure this OKR, we use several metrics and experiments. These include user satisfaction surveys, tracking how often users return to the platform, monitoring complaints, and running A/B testing on different features. However, there are also ethical concerns. One issue is bias, where some users might have a worse experience than others. Another concern is data privacy, since improving user experience often requires collecting user data. To address these issues, we use safeguards like limiting data collection, requiring user consent, securing all stored data, and testing the platform with diverse user groups.
Hello everyone, I'm Jode. I'll be talking about the third OKR, which is trust and transparency. The primary objective is to build trust on the platform while trying to maintain the user's anonymity. Since the users won't know each other's identities, the platform itself has to take the responsibility for creating that trust instead of relying on the users, excuse me. To measure this, we define three key results. The first one is that we aim for 85% user trust to report that they trust the platform. We could do this with surveys. The second one is 90% successful dispute resolution rate, which means most conflicts between the buyers and the sellers are resolved fairly. And again, that's at least 90%. And the last one is we want 80% of the users to understand the way their data is being used. This OKR affects multiple stakeholders, including the buyers and sellers who rely on the platform for safe transactions, the company itself, uh, and finally the payment processors and the regulators who are concerned about security and compliance. To measure these goals, we use several metrics. Like I said, for trust, we will use the trust surveys on a scale from 1 to 10. How much do you trust the company? And then we track dispute resolution success rate and measure how well the users understand the way their data is being used through the use of uh, targeted questions. We can also use A/B testing to compare the different transparency features and determine what improves user understanding and trust. This specific OKR has some important ethical challenges, one of which is conflict between transparency and privacy. For example, while we would like to be transparent, providing too much information risks exposing personal and sensitive data. Uh, Another issue is misleading transparency, where a platform would appear to be open and showing you what they do, but they don't fully explain how the decisions are made. A real world example of this is the Facebook data misuse case, where the users were unaware of how their data was being used. To address these concerns, we have several safeguards, some of which are clear explanations on how the data is being used and giving the users control over transparency settings, as well as conducting independent audits of our AI systems and limiting data collection to only what is necessary. All in all, this OKR has it so that trust is built ethically and still protects user privacy. This is our expected ethical risk impact table. Our cultural policy. Um, this defines how we want our company to be ran and operated. Our core values would be trust, privacy, and fairness. We would prioritize protecting user identity and their personal data while still trying to maintain accountability within the anonymous system. We'd also emphasize transparency in how the platform makes decisions, and we'd aim to promote equal access for all users. Safety is another key focus when it comes to preventing scams and harmful activity. In terms of our motivation, the goal would be to build a platform that's safe and respectful for all users, and we'd like to encourage long-term use and trust and engagement while continuing to innovate in privacy and security. At the same time, we recognize the risks of anonymity, and we actively work to prevent misuse and reduce the biases in our system. All in all, our culture would be centered around balancing privacy and responsibility, and ensuring that users feel protected and supported. And that's our culture policy. Thank you.
Now I'm going to go over the core items in our ethics policy. First is user privacy protection. We minimize data collection and make sure any sensitive data is securely stored to protect users. The next one is going to be accountability through verification and moderation. We use identity verification along with both AI and human moderation to keep the platform safe and trustworthy. We also focus on transparency. This includes having clear platform rules, explaining why certain listings are removed, and giving users control over their own data. Another key area is fairness and non-discrimination. We ensure equal access for all users and actively work to reduce bias in AI systems. We also want to follow responsible data usage practices. This means limiting data collection, requiring user consent, and using encryption and strong security measures. Finally, we ensure legal compliance. We work with law enforcement when necessary to follow proper legal processes and balance user privacy with regulations. These core items are going to help ensure that our platform operates ethically, securely, and fair for all users.
Hello again, it's me, and I'll be presenting our ethics board. And so, for our board, we selected experts who relate to the main challenges of our platform, especially in security, fairness, and user trust. And so, Bruce Schneider, our first expert, is going to be a cybersecurity expert who focuses on security, privacy, and helping ensure our platform remains secure and protects user data. And our next expert is going to be Kathy O'Neill. She focuses on algorithmic bias and ethical data use, and so her work is important for our AI moderation systems, which help ensure that they remain fair and unbiased. And for our last expert is going to be Tim Berners-Lee, the famously known for the creator of the World Wide Web. He also promotes user rights, privacy, and transparency, which align with our goal of building an ethical platform. And so with these three experts, they will help us guide SafeMarket and maintaining security, fairness, and trust as our platform continues to grow. And that is our presentation. Thank you for listening.